You have to give a presentation, and how are you going to practice your presentation? Practicing is incredibly important because it directly influences your presentation success. And it's extra important if you have to present in a language that's other than your mother tongue. In this video, I'm going to answer 3 questions. The first one is how to make the presentation quickly your own, so really integrated. The second question I'm going to answer is how this practicing directly influences your presentation success. And thirdly, while it's at the same time, practicing will also tame or calm your presentation nerves. Let us have a look. How do you quickly make the presentation your own? You do that by practicing out loud and using as many senses as possible. Now, what do I mean with using as many senses as possible? If you practice out loud, you can hear yourself talking. You can feel yourself talking. Your body also has a memory. And if you look in the mirror, you can see yourself presenting and talking. And the more senses you use, the more channels you have to get real, actual feedback and make it your own and integrate the information. And that will stimulate and that will quicken the process. How so? It's a little bit like this morning I went to Pilates lessons and the whole wall is covered with mirrors. And in the beginning, I'm a little bit distracted by it. But when I pass beyond that, it really helps me because when I look in the mirror, I get direct feedback on how I'm doing, what my posture is like, and how I'm doing the exercise. And I can see when I do it correctly, and I can feel how my body feels when I do it correctly. So I get direct feedback and really quickens, and I really quickly make the exercise my own because I get this direct feedback. So you could say that practicing out loud, using as many senses as possible, is like a highway to integrating and making the presentation your own. How does practicing out loud has a direct influence on your presentation success, or how does it get the quality up? What I notice is that people that really practice out loud and integrate their information come across as incredibly convincing. They have a lot of nonverbals, expression, tone in the voice, gestures that directly underpin what they are talking about. So it's really congruent. It's really in sync. And I do not have to think about it. It just goes fully automatic. And that's just because they are connected to the content. And this comes across as really convincing, really professional, and they really know what they are talking about. How is practicing going to calm your presentation nerves? Well, there are 3 reasons. The first reason is when you practice out loud, you already have laid the track several times in your brain. So it's less new, so less scary. Secondly, when you practice out loud, you really experience that you can do it. And along the way, step by step, you grow confidence. And finally, you will pave the way. So you can get all the obstacles out of the way. So maybe you notice when you practice out loud that there is a term that you don't know, or you know that you have some trouble with pronunciation of a certain word, or maybe you realize that at some point you a little bit get off track. So you can really get these obstacles out of the way. So 3 good reasons how practicing out loud can really help you to calm your nerves. So I hope by answering these 3 questions, I have convinced you to practice your presentation out loud, because it will get the quality up, the nerves down, and you will integrate the information quickly. My next video will be on how to exactly practice out loud, because you do not want to learn your presentation word for word, because you're going to be sounding robotic, and it will be difficult to make a connection with your audience because you will be locked in your head. So if you want to know more on how to tackle this, check out my next video. If you would like to receive more tips on how to become a master presenter and make it easier for yourself, then you can subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button. You can also click on the bell or activate the bell so that you get a signal when a new fresh video pops up. For now, I would like to thank you for watching and wish you more grip, more impact, and more presenting pleasure.